Don't be surprised if you see treatments or a vaccine faster than we've ever seen in human history, because everyone is working on it. Every resource is focused on this. Every world economy is dependent on us figuring out this problem.
I have spent my entire life fascinated by the stars, science, and technology. I've donated my computer resources to projects like SETI at home to process massive amounts of data in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. As a software engineer, I feel it's the least I can do in furthering our understanding of the world we live in and beyond. With technology where it is, distributed computing is actually fairly common now. There are hundreds of projects using this technology today to research disease and large sets of data. The Berkeley Open Infrastructure for Network Computing is software that runs on your computer while you're not using it. Instead of relying on one computer or a set of costly supercomputers, researchers can take advantage of the internet's global reach and utilize as many computers as possible all at once. This is how SETI at home worked, but they've gathered what they need. Now, there is a real need to help fight COVID-19 using the same principles. I believe everyone wants to help, but does not know how. I decided to have a discussion with longtime friend and CRNA for a hospital in Boston, Brian Thomas. How is this affecting my friend, and how can we help?
Everything just gets turned upside down. They want around-the-clock coverage now. We're not doing those elective surgeries and stuff, so they basically, our lives are just getting turned upside down with all of this.
I don't know how this feels or works, but do you feel like at this point your oath that you took, or that you've taken, or the promises that you've made to yourself, it's the first time it's really been challenged?
Yeah, I do actually. We've always been exposed to all kinds of different things when it comes to contagious diseases and stuff like that. But there's something different this time. One, because of the lack of personal protective equipment to deal with something of this scale.
I feel like I need to do something or provide some kind of insight or knowledge. So obviously that was why I wanted to, chat with you. And then I wanted to talk about the folding at home.
Viruses in general are very hard to treat. One thing I think that is interesting right now, as opposed to any other sort of thing that we've dealt with like this before, is that it's affecting everyone all over the entire world. So don't be surprised if you see treatments or a vaccine faster than we've ever seen in human history, because everyone is working on it. Every resource is focused on this. Every world economy is dependent on us figuring out this problem. And I think this folding at home thing that seems to be gaining some traction, I know you'd brought it up to me, and I had already even seen it before, and had some other friends who had been doing similar things that you had been doing before. This is such a powerful yet simple thing that almost anyone can do, that these little contributions add up to massive, massive change. You may be interested why it's called folding at home for this particular computer processing aggregation project.
Protein folding, right?
Protein folding. Proteins are essential for all life, and viruses included, even though technically viruses aren't alive. By simulating these proteins folding and the exact shapes that they make, we can identify targets for treatment. Running these simulations for these proteins folding requires an incredible amount of processing power, because you have to run so many simulations. To do it on one computer would take more than a human lifetime. But if we aggregate the processing power of computers all across the world, now we actually have some real-time problem solving that can lead to treatments in an effective time limit.
Well, it's exactly like you said, with all of the world's economies are racing to find a cure and have this COVID thing eradicated. It's the same concept as distributed computing. If you have everyone working on it at once, it'll happen really fast.
this really can make a difference. I mean, there are some really tangible pathways that we can attack to lessen the impact of this virus. Folding at home is really important, and I think it's important that we're talking about it right now to try to get it out there to people who may not know about something like this as something really simple that can make a huge impact.
Hey guys, Folding at Home is actually being run out of Washington University in my backyard in St. Louis, Missouri. I've worked with the machine learning department as well as the computer vision department, and I had my kids go to preschool there. So they're really good folks doing great work, and I would definitely check it out. If you know anyone with Parkinson's, cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, all of these different diseases are being researched using this kind of project and other projects like it. Right now, all of their computing power is being focused towards COVID-19 and solving this problem. So it's important stuff, and you can absolutely make a difference. For more of a step-by-step instructions on how to get this stuff installed, it's really simple. Go down to the description. I'll have some information there, as well as more information about these projects in general. Check out my website at robbennett.com. If you want to see the extended conversation with Brian, go check out my Patreon page. We talk about the science as well as his feelings behind what's going on. You guys can make a difference using very minimal effort. I would highly suggest checking this out. Thanks.